Welcome, seekers of truth. Have you ever walked into your home, looked around, and felt a strange heaviness, as if invisible forces were pulling you down? You may not know where it comes from, but you feel it. It's almost as if certain things in our surroundings are like weights, silently holding us back, trapping us in a past version of ourselves. What if I told you there's a deeper reason behind this? A hidden wisdom, drawn from ancient Buddhist teachings? Today, we're diving into this fascinating Buddhist secret, how our physical environment might be affecting not only our energy, but also our path forward, our destiny itself. Just imagine, by making small changes to what we keep around us, we could free ourselves from limitations we never even knew existed. Together, we're about to explore 5 surprising items that might be blocking our journey to a life filled with peace, abundance, and clarity. This journey is about more than just clearing clutter. It's about breaking free from the past and embracing our true potential. So stay with me, open your heart and mind, as we uncover these secrets together. This could be the very first step toward a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Let's dive deeper into something simple but powerful: our old clothes. Think about it. We all have that jacket from college or that sweater we wore to a job we left long ago. It's just clothing, right? But have you ever noticed how, even years later, these items seem to hold a certain feeling, almost as if they're steeped in memories? In Buddhist philosophy, there's a profound belief that everything around us, even things we don't notice every day, absorbs and holds energy. Imagine, every shirt, every pair of shoes, and every jacket silently reflects a piece of who we were emotionally, mentally, and spiritually when we first wore it. These clothes don't just hold memories, they hold fragments of a past self. We may not realize it, but every time we see them, every time we push them to the back of the closet or try them on, we're reminded of that version of ourselves. Maybe it was a version that felt lost, or maybe it was a time when we were less sure, less grounded. Perhaps it's even a time we've moved beyond, a stage in life that no longer defines us. Yet, holding on to those clothes is like holding on to that part of ourselves, even if we're no longer that person. What if, by letting go of those clothes, we could finally make space for the person we're meant to be now? It's almost like shedding a layer of skin. When we release these items, we're not just clearing space in our closet, we're creating room for a fresh, new energy that matches who we are today. We're opening a door for our current self to step forward without the weight of the past pulling us back. Imagine picking up that old jacket or that faded shirt, holding it in your hands, and saying a silent thank you. Thank it for the memories, the warmth it once provided, and the moments it saw. Then, imagine gently letting it go with a sense of peace and gratitude. In Buddhism, gratitude is a powerful practice. It's a way to release, to say goodbye with love. By doing this, we respect the journey we've been on while signaling to the universe that we're ready for what's next. This isn't just about getting rid of clutter. It's about embracing the freedom to move forward, unburdened by the echoes of who we used to be. We honor the past by acknowledging it and letting it rest. By doing so, we step closer to a life that feels more aligned, more true to the person we are now. Letting go of old clothes may seem like a small act, but it's a powerful step toward living a life filled with energy that supports our growth and potential. It's an invitation to be fully present in this moment, ready to welcome all the new experiences life has in store. Have you ever noticed a broken vase tucked away on a shelf or a chipped mug in the back of the cupboard? Most of us do, but we don't often think twice about them. They're just small things, practically invisible in the rhythm of our daily lives. But in Buddhist philosophy, even the smallest objects are seen as holders of energy, each with its own story and vibration. Everything we own reflects a part of us, and that includes the things we may consider insignificant or flawed. Think of that chipped mug. You might have kept it out of habit, or maybe you feel an odd attachment to it. But have you ever wondered what its presence could mean on a deeper level? In Buddhism, there's a belief that every crack, every chip in the objects around us can actually mirror cracks in our own lives, tiny breaks in the flow of energy that surrounds us. It's as if that mug, with its imperfections, is quietly echoing areas in our lives where energy may be stagnant, blocked, or incomplete. Imagine the weight that these broken things carry. Though they're just objects, they can symbolize lingering attachments, unhealed wounds, or unresolved parts of ourselves. We might see them as just things, but they're also reminders of a past moment, perhaps one that we've outgrown or moved beyond. Keeping these objects around is like keeping those fragments of ourselves present in our lives, holding on to pieces that no longer serve us. Now imagine the power of letting them go. When you consciously choose to release these broken items, it's not just a matter of decluttering your space. It's a sacred act, a ritual of clearing that sends a message to the universe. I am ready for completeness, for things that are whole and undamaged. By saying goodbye to these items, we're creating room for new, positive energy to flow into our lives. We're making a statement that we are open to receiving things that truly serve us, both materially and spiritually. This simple act of letting go becomes even more meaningful when we approach it with gratitude. Before discarding the chipped mug or the broken vase, take a moment to thank it. Thank it for the moments it was there for you, for its service in your life. In Buddhism, gratitude is a path to freedom, a way of honoring what once was and allowing it to peacefully complete its role. With each item we release, we lighten our spirit, allowing a little more space for the energy that truly aligns with who we are now. So, consider the broken things around you. These objects are more than just clutter. They are reflections of chapters that may be ready to close. As you let them go, imagine that energy transforming, creating a space that is lighter, clearer, and open to new possibilities. With each goodbye, you invite harmony and balance into your life, and with each thank you, you honor the journey that has brought you here. By taking these steps, we're not just cleaning our homes, we're cleansing our lives, readying ourselves for a journey unencumbered by the past. It's a simple but powerful way to align our physical space with our inner path, welcoming peace, clarity, and abundance into every corner of our lives. Let's talk about something that might surprise you: your shoes. You might think, what could my old shoes possibly have to do with my spiritual journey? But in Buddhism, every part of our life is interconnected, and even something as simple as footwear can carry a deeper meaning. Shoes don't just protect our feet, they carry us through life, absorbing the energy of every place we visit, every step we take, and every experience we encounter along the way. Each pair of shoes is like a silent witness to our journey, and with time, they carry a piece of us in their worn soles and creased leather. Think about it. Old, worn-out shoes have traveled through different stages of your life, soaking in the energy of where you've been. Each scuff and tear holds memories of paths you've walked, places you've visited, and the emotions you felt along the way. In Buddhist teachings, we understand that everything in our environment, our clothes, our objects, even our shoes, holds and reflects the energy of our experiences. Over time, those worn shoes can become symbols of our past, with all its ups and downs. They may even represent a journey that, while valuable, is no longer aligned with the road ahead. Imagine what it would feel like to clear that energy, to bring in new, fresh steps that support who you are now. By taking care of your shoes, keeping them clean, replacing worn-out pairs, you're caring for the journey you're on right now. You're honoring where you've been, but you're also committing to a smoother, more positive path forward. This simple act sends a message to yourself and to the universe that you value each step you take and are ready for steps that lead to clarity and fulfillment. The act of cleaning or replacing your shoes is a small ritual, but it's one filled with intention. Imagine coming home and taking a moment to gently wipe away the dust, to polish the leather, to set them in their place. You're not just caring for shoes, you're acknowledging your journey, respecting the ground you've covered, and preparing for where you're going. In Buddhism, we believe that our physical acts reflect our spiritual intentions, so even this small gesture becomes a way to bring awareness and positivity to our lives. If your shoes are beyond repair, consider releasing them with gratitude. Thank them for every mile, every step, and the support they provided. And as you let them go, make room for a new pair that will support the next chapter of your life. Fresh shoes are not just about physical comfort. They symbolize a fresh start, a path unburdened by the past. With each new step, you're building a path that reflects your current self, your present intentions, and the journey you now wish to embrace. So, take a look at your shoes. See them not just as objects, but as companions on your path. Take the time to care for them, to keep them in good condition, and to replace them when necessary. It's a small practice, but one that aligns your outer world with your inner journey, grounding you in the present while setting you up for a future filled with peace, clarity, and joy. Every step forward matters, and by mindfully caring for your shoes, you're showing respect for your path and inviting positive energy into every step you take. Keeping items from those we've lost is such a natural, human thing to do. When someone we love passes on, we want to hold on to a piece of them, a way to keep them close. Often, we feel that by keeping their belongings, we're keeping their spirit alive. We store their clothes, their favorite book, or a cherished trinket, almost as if these items will preserve the memories and keep them connected to us. But Buddhism offers a different perspective, a reminder that memories don't live in objects. They live within us, in our hearts and minds. When we cling to these physical things, we're not just preserving memories. We might also be holding ourselves, and even their spirit, in a past energy that's no longer meant to be. It's as if, by holding on to their things, we're keeping a small part of them tethered, unable to fully move on, and at the same time, we may be tying ourselves to the grief and loss, preventing ourselves from fully healing and growing. This doesn't mean that we should forget them or erase their presence from our lives. Rather, it's about making peace with their passing and trusting that the love and lessons they brought us don't depend on any one object. What if letting go of some of these things could mean finding a new freedom for both you and for the memory of the person you've lost? What if, by releasing a few cherished items, you're creating space for their memory to live more freely within you, unburdened by physical attachment? In Buddhist teachings, we're reminded that life is about embracing change and accepting the natural cycle of things. Holding too tightly to the past can hinder new growth and keep us from fully experiencing the present. Imagine carefully selecting one or two items that truly resonate with the love you shared and gently releasing the rest. As you let these items go, take a moment to reflect. Feel gratitude for the role they played and for the memories they helped create. Thank them, and then, with an open heart, let them go. This isn't about forgetting or erasing their presence. It's about honoring their life in a way that allows you to keep moving forward while holding their love close within you. In Buddhism, there's a belief that letting go is an act of compassion for ourselves and for others. By releasing what no longer serves us, we make space for new energy, for new memories, and for a deeper connection to the present moment. We honor the past by allowing it to be just that, the past, while holding on to the essence of what it taught us and the love it brought into our lives. So if you're holding on to belongings of someone who's passed, consider what might happen if you were to let go of some of those items with a sense of peace and love. Keep the memories, keep the love, but set them free from the objects. This act of release doesn't diminish their memory. Instead, it enriches it. It allows you to cherish them in a way that's light and gentle, without the weight of physical things tying you to the past. In doing so, you open yourself up to new growth, to living fully in the present, and to a life where their memory remains alive in the most profound way, within you. Clutter can seem harmless, can't it? Just a few things here and there, a stack of papers on the table, some clothes draped over a chair. maybe a few forgotten items lying around. It doesn't seem like much, but in Buddhism, there's a deep understanding of how clutter impacts our lives. Clutter isn't just physical, it's energetic. Every object in our space holds a certain vibration, and when too many things accumulate, it can actually choke the flow of energy around us. Imagine trying to breathe in a room that's filled with smoke. Clutter can have a similar effect, suffocating the free movement of energy and creating a sense of heaviness and stagnation. Think about how it feels to walk into a clean, open space. There's an immediate sense of relief, a kind of lightness that fills the air. Our minds feel clearer, our spirits more at ease. This isn't just a mental reaction, it's also the effect of energy moving freely. In a clutter-free space, energy can flow naturally, supporting a harmonious environment that aligns with our inner peace and balance. In Buddhist philosophy, everything around us is interconnected, so when our space is clear and open, it helps us find clarity within ourselves too. Have you ever noticed how tidying up, even something small like organizing a desk, can shift your entire mood? That's because, with each item we put away, we're not just creating physical order, we're inviting a sense of order and calm into our lives. Clutter represents unfinished business, postponed decisions, and stagnant energy. By tidying up, we're signaling that we're ready for clarity and open to new possibilities. It's a powerful act, one that invites peace and creates room for growth. Each time we clear our space, we're essentially resetting the energy in our environment. It's like giving your home a deep breath, allowing it to release any heavy, lingering energy and making space for fresh, positive energy to flow. This doesn't mean that we need to be minimalists or live in bare rooms, but rather that we become more mindful of the things we allow into our space and of the energy they bring. Imagine approaching your space with this awareness. Each time you tidy, think of it as an act of self-care, a way of nurturing both your environment and your spirit. With each object you put away, you're creating a space that feels lighter, more open, and ready for whatever comes next. This is about more than just cleanliness. It's about cultivating a sanctuary that supports your well-being. So, next time you look around and see clutter, consider it a gentle reminder. It's an opportunity to realign your space with your intentions, to create a home that reflects the clarity and peace you seek in life. Each item you remove is like lifting a small weight off your shoulders, clearing a path for energy to flow, for new ideas to come, and for your mind to feel at ease. By inviting simplicity and organization into your surroundings, you're also inviting those qualities into your mind and heart. You're making room for clarity, for presence, and for a deeper sense of peace. A clutter-free space becomes a reflection of your own inner harmony, a place where you can breathe deeply and feel at home, not just physically, but spiritually. As we go through the process of clearing items from our lives, there's something truly beautiful we can practice, a moment of gratitude for each item we release. In Buddhism, there's a deep respect for everything around us, even objects that may seem lifeless or insignificant. Everything has its place and purpose, its own unique energy that served us in some way. When we let go of an item, we're not simply discarding it. We're allowing its energy to be released back into the universe with gratitude and respect. Imagine this process as a way of closing a chapter. Each item we part with has held a role in our lives, whether it provided comfort, utility, or even just familiarity. By taking a moment to say, "Thank you," we're honoring that role, acknowledging the time it was part of our journey. This small act creates a sense of completion, a mindful farewell that allows us to let go without regret or attachment. It's as if we're setting it free, allowing it to return to the universe where its energy can find a new purpose, a new place to be. This practice isn't about being sentimental over every small item. It's about developing an awareness of our relationship with the things around us. By honoring these objects, we honor our experiences, the chapters of our lives they represent, and the lessons they've supported. When we say thank you to a well-worn book, an old coat, or a piece of decor, we're not just expressing gratitude, we're also showing ourselves respect. We're acknowledging the growth we've undergone and the person we've become, knowing that these items served us in reaching this point. This mindful release of objects has a ripple effect. By saying goodbye with gratitude, we're inviting fresh, new energy into our space, a space that's no longer tied to the past. We're creating room for the things that truly align with who we are now, welcoming objects and experiences that resonate with our current path. In Buddhism, this act of release is both practical and spiritual. It's a way of letting go of attachments while nurturing a sense of peace and harmony within ourselves. So the next time you hold an item you're ready to let go of, take a moment to recognize its role in your life. Feel the gratitude for what it once brought you, whether it was a sense of style, a useful function, or even a memory of a cherished time. Say thank you sincerely and allow it to move on. In doing so, you're not just clearing your physical space, you're also lightening your spirit, freeing yourself from unnecessary attachments and making way for new, positive energy to flow in. This small gesture may seem simple, but it has a profound impact. With each item we release, we create a little more room for clarity, for peace, and for growth. We begin to see our space as a sanctuary that reflects our true selves, filled only with things that support our well-being and purpose. This practice of gratitude brings a mindful awareness to our lives, reminding us to cherish each moment and each experience without clinging to it. In this way, clearing items from our lives becomes a powerful spiritual exercise, a ritual of renewal that aligns us with the present. As we let go with gratitude, we are honoring the journey we're on and creating space for all the possibilities that lie ahead. This is more than just organizing or decluttering. It's a path to living with intention, peace, and a deep connection to the world around us. When we clear out old things from our lives, we're not just making physical space, we're creating room for something new, something vibrant to enter. Imagine it. Every item we let go of makes way for fresh energy, for new experiences, and for a lighter, more joyful presence in our lives. In Buddhism, this act of letting go isn't just about tidying up our physical environment. It's an invitation for abundance, peace, and joy to find us, filling our lives with meaning and harmony. Think about the difference it makes when you open a window and let sunlight flow into a room. The space feels instantly alive, as if it's been awakened. Sunlight brings warmth, vitality, and clarity, pushing away any lingering shadows. This is the same effect that letting go has on our inner lives. By releasing things we no longer need, we open ourselves up to a life that truly supports the person we are today. We're no longer surrounded by the weight of the past. Instead, we create an environment that nurtures who we are now and encourages who we are becoming. Consider adding elements that bring life and joy to your space. Perhaps a few plants, symbols of growth and renewal, or objects that resonate with your spirit. In Buddhist thought, everything around us has energy, and when we choose items intentionally, with care and joy, we align our surroundings with our own energy. A simple plant by the window or a favorite book placed thoughtfully can transform a room, inviting calm, beauty, and positivity into our daily lives. Clearing out isn't about creating emptiness, it's about creating openness. It's a space that allows us to breathe freely, to let go of stress, and to invite peace in. Each item you release is like letting go of a little weight, lifting the burden of stuff that might have been taking up not only physical space, but mental and emotional space too. In letting go, we create a kind of sacred emptiness, a place ready to be filled with the things, people, and experiences that truly matter. Imagine yourself walking through a room that reflects this openness, a space that feels fresh, calm, and free of anything that doesn't serve your well-being. This isn't about having a perfectly neat home. It's about surrounding yourself with things that bring you joy, things that support your journey forward. By creating this intentional space, you're creating a life that feels aligned with your inner peace and purpose. When we practice letting go, we also let go of the attachments, the should-haves, and might-needs that tend to weigh us down. Instead, we invite abundance, in all its forms, to flow freely into our lives. This isn't just about wealth or material things. Abundance can mean a life filled with meaningful connections, with moments of joy, with creativity, and with peace. We're clearing the path for these things to reach us, unhindered by unnecessary possessions or stagnant energy. In this process, you'll find that each item you keep has a purpose and brings you a sense of fulfillment. There's joy in knowing that everything in your space supports you. When you walk into this environment, you feel a sense of harmony and alignment, as though your outer world is a beautiful reflection of your inner world. So, as you let go, remember that you're not losing anything. You're making room. You're setting the stage for a life filled with new experiences, for moments that bring light and laughter, for a path that feels wide open and ready for you to explore. This is the beauty of living mindfully, of creating a space that truly serves your highest self. Letting go is an act of trust, trusting that what's meant for you will come, and that by creating room, you're welcoming all that's good, peaceful, and meaningful into your life. Imagine your home as a mirror of your mind, reflecting everything within you: the calm, the clutter, the energy that moves, and the energy that stagnates. When we let dust settle, when we allow clutter to gather, it's as if we're permitting a certain heaviness to sit with us, a kind of stagnation that quietly settles into our lives. In Buddhism, there's a deep understanding that our physical surroundings aren't separate from us. They're intricately connected to our mental and emotional states. Our environment is, in many ways, an extension of who we are. Think about the feeling of stepping into a space that's been freshly cleaned, where everything has its place and there's room to breathe. That sense of calm, that openness, it's not just a reaction to physical tidiness. It's a reflection of balanced energy, a space where everything resonates in harmony with our well-being. A clean, well-cared-for home becomes more than just a place to live. It becomes a sanctuary, a sacred space that nurtures our spirit, allowing us to find peace and clarity in every corner. When we align our physical space, we're doing more than just tidying up. We're aligning our energy, creating a space that truly resonates with who we are and who we want to be. Each act of cleaning, each item placed with care, is a step toward building an environment that supports our growth and fosters inner peace. This isn't about having a perfect home. It's about creating a space that reflects the serenity we seek within ourselves. Picture this: a home where every item has its place, where sunlight flows freely, and where each room feels intentional, calm, and uncluttered. Such a space feels welcoming, a place where you can relax deeply, where you're free from distractions and noise. It's as if the walls, the floors, and even the air within this space support you, holding a mirror to the peace you're cultivating within yourself. On the other hand, when clutter builds up, it disrupts this harmony. Objects piled up, dust gathering in corners. It all represents unfinished energy, things left unaddressed, and a sense of restlessness that seeps into our lives. In Buddhist philosophy, we recognize that even the smallest details in our surroundings have an impact. By mindfully caring for our space, we're caring for ourselves, consciously choosing to create a home that aligns with our true nature. Cleaning and organizing aren't just chores, they're acts of self-care, of bringing order to both the outer and inner worlds. Each time we clear away what doesn't serve us, we're inviting balance, making space for the things that do support us, things that bring joy, calm, and fulfillment. A well-tended home becomes a sanctuary, not only a shelter for our bodies, but also a haven for our spirits. So take a look around your space. What does it reflect back to you? Is it a space that uplifts and inspires, that supports your journey toward peace and fulfillment? Or is it a space that feels heavy, filled with things that no longer have a purpose in your life? Each time you choose to clear, to organize, or to care for your home, you're realigning yourself with your intentions. building a place that mirrors the harmony you're cultivating within. In Buddhism, living in alignment means that every aspect of our lives, our thoughts, actions, and environment supports our path. By creating a home that reflects peace, we allow that peace to flow into all areas of our lives. Imagine your home as a sacred space, a mirror of the mind, one that reminds you each day of the calm and clarity you're inviting in. When we live in harmony with our surroundings, our minds find the same harmony, making room for joy, gratitude, and a sense of being deeply at home within ourselves. As we come to the end of this journey together, let's pause and reflect on a simple yet profound truth. Every item we own carries energy. It holds memories, moments, and a piece of our journey, whether we notice it or not. In the Buddhist path, we learn that cultivating awareness of our surroundings, becoming truly mindful of what we choose to keep close, allows us to live with greater intention and purpose. Our spaces become more than just rooms. They become reflections of our inner life and our evolving path. Think of this as an invitation, a gentle journey of mindful letting go. It doesn't have to be overwhelming or all at once. You can start small, with just one item, something that no longer serves you or feels aligned with who you are now. Perhaps it's an old book gathering dust, or a piece of clothing that no longer brings you joy. As you release it, pay attention to how it feels, to the sense of lightness or relief it might bring. You might be surprised by the subtle shift in energy, the way one small act of letting go can open up so much space, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. In Buddhism, each small step is meaningful, creating space for the bigger changes we seek in life. By releasing what we no longer need, we make room for peace, clarity, and growth to enter. These small actions may seem simple, but they're acts of self-care and respect for the path you're on. Each object released, each decision made with awareness, brings us closer to living in alignment with our true selves. So, as we part today, consider this journey of creating a sacred space in your life. With each small act, you're not just clearing clutter, you're making a conscious choice to keep only what uplifts and nurtures you, creating an environment that feels like a sanctuary. You're honoring yourself and the path ahead, welcoming new possibilities with a sense of openness and peace. Thank you for being here with me, for embracing this exploration of living with intention and creating spaces that support our best selves. May you find peace, clarity, and abundance as you continue on this path. And remember, as you move forward, to keep your space sacred and your heart open. Until next time, may this journey bring lightness to your life and a renewed sense of harmony to your surroundings.